Good afternoon and welcome back. We are a little late getting on the build site today. I had to go pick up some supplies in town like most people, like everybody else right now. With the coronavirus thing, we are locking things down as much as we can and limiting our interactions with other people. One of my boys is back from school since school is shut down, so he's up here helping me this weekend instead of studying. And we are gonna start working on putting up the trusses. We've got the joists in place, they're blocked. We're gonna go ahead and start building out the trusses and the two little walls that they're gonna sit on to help support the roof. And we were just talking about what is the best way to put the subflooring up on top of these joists to get it up there. And since we're not really sure which the best way is, we're gonna pick one and just go with it and see how that works out. And if that works, we're gonna keep doing it that way. And if not, we're gonna change it up. Go ahead and step up here. Go ahead and push. No, don't lift. Oh, okay. Push it up. There we go. Hold on a second. Come back here with a piece of wood and nail that. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Of all the things this time of year, I got hay fever from the pollen. All right, so I got a couple things going on here, and I just got my phone to look on YouTube because on one of the videos that I've already posted, G. Ernest Peters asked, I'm wondering what is going to hold your second story floor up against the wall. Well, that's a great question because I had that same thought. Figured I would go ahead and address that right now. So I am getting ready to put another one of those joist hangers all the way over to the edge, then put a joist in it, run it all the way over to the center, have another joist that sisters up to it just like this one does and runs all the way over here. That'll take it right over to the edge of the wall and support the floor. The only thing we're supporting up here, this isn't actually a second floor. This is, as you can see, I'm taller than the roof line right now. This is just attic space. My wife wanted a little bit of attic space to put holiday decorations in, and this is it. So there is one wall that goes right here that is going to support the joists. It'll be situated directly over the lower wall to transfer the load properly, and then there will be another wall right over here that is going to run all the way up to the very top of the roof line. Inside those two walls, I'm going to have this subfloor that I'm putting down that is going to be the space that she uses to put her decorations. It also, being nailed to the joist, is going to make things very rigid, very tight, in addition to the blocking. So it should only make things better. I figured that I would go ahead and show this because it is, kind of a pain, bit of a dilemma, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to get the ladder over there, lift it up. I'm going to put my joist hanger over there. It's got to be off the wall just a little bit, so it'll be about 3 inches off the wall just because of the way the joist hanger is. I'll run that over to the center one and probably stagger it on the inside just like I did here, so it takes it all the way up to the wall. But all in all, not a big deal. So hopefully this thing isn't too close to my face to be able to see this, but where I want this to go, if you look at the top of these, I've got these screwed in with a 2-inch screw, and this one's with a 1.5-inch screw on the face of it. What I'm actually going to do is use a nail on the top of this one, put it in here, and it'll be offset this much, which is about 3 inches, and that's just pretty much because I have no other choice. It's got to sit on the edge here. Man, can you go ahead and hand me that one? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna see if I can maneuver my body into place to get this thing up here the way it needs to be. So I'm gonna start by driving a couple of nails in here. So these are the Simpson Strong Tie nails. 16D nail. And no, that fell. Don't reach underneath the ladder. I just don't want it in case I drop something. I'm going to use a screw on this one just because I think it'll be easier than trying to hammer it in. Well, I thought it would be easier, and now I need an extension. That stinks. Now, let's see if I can squeeze my blubbery buttocks back up in here. There we go. Goes all the way in. We are good to go here. That's on there. That'll hold that last piece, and really the only function of that one, because that one is not going to have a roof truss, the only function of that one is to support the edge lip of the plywood that's going to be up here. Over on this side, I don't even know if I'm going to take the plywood all the way across, because there's really no reason to. Unless I check my plans again and it says to. Get that 2x12 measured and then get one cut and brought in here. So we got one of the 2x12s up there now, sitting in that joist hanger. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a screw in there just to pin it in so it can't move. Then we'll bring the other board in here, we'll cut it, bring the other one in here, put it up on the other side, sister them together, and we'll have our support that goes all the way to the wall. Should be just fine. The only thing left to do is measure it, see exactly how far it's sitting off that wall, because I'm probably going to want to do the same thing over at this side. What I'm trying to do here is get that puppy nailed in, and you're supposed to put a nail on each side. Now this one's not actually structural, so it's not that big of a deal, because it's not holding anything except supporting the floor for the attic. But I want it to be right. So I'm just not sure that I can get a nail gun over there next to it on the other side. I know I can get it on this side without a problem, and I can nail them together without a problem. Sometimes you just gotta work it out. I was just fine. I'm going to just hold it up while you stick it. Grab something and push it that way.
Push it where?
Push it that way.
Okay. More?
All the way. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
There we go. Alright, get up to top above this thing. All right, so because it is not exactly 8 feet from the wall to the center of this joist right here, I've gone ahead and marked it, and I'm going to cut it so that it fits right on there, so both of these will attach to that joist. this is temporary. This is not permanent, so I'm not worrying about the little bow that's in it. What I'm getting ready to have over here is a 2x4 wall that runs along here, just like the wall that's on the floor. Built exactly the same, 16 inches on center. It's going to carry the load in the same spot. I'm going to have it come up to here, and the truss is going to sit on top of it. I'm going to have another one halfway across. That's where the two truss pieces that are sistered against each other are going to meet on a bird's mouth and be nailed into that wall. This little space in here is going to be the area on both sides of the house. This little space in here is the area that she has for storage for the attic. The reason I'm sweeping this right now is that sawdust makes this very slippery. That should hold it down enough that I can put a ladder on it, do some work on the top. I can get the pieces up here, get the wall up here that I need, move around a little bit, and then once we have the wall actually in place where it's going to sit, I'll pull these up and adjust them over tight to it. These pieces of subflooring are in fact the floor for the attic. What I've done here is I measured the angle up top. I measured the angle here by pivoting to 16 degrees on here. That's the same as what I've got up top. Tracing that out on here. That's a 90-degree angle. I'm just going to cut that out and then set it up there, make sure that it fits properly. I decided I wanted to go ahead and put the attic floor up here on both sides because it is a little treacherous walking on these joists, and the last thing I need is to fall. Like most of you, I am trying to stay out of hospitals and emergency rooms right now. That's all we have time for today. We have another hour of daylight. But the rain is beginning, and I want to go ahead and finish getting everything unloaded and all the tools put away. This is a short one today. I hope everybody's safe out there. Hunker down. Wait it out. That's all we can do. Come on back and check us out. Breakheart Orchard. We'll be here.
So you just paint this. Can
Yep.
we fill it in the crack a little bit or no?
Yeah, go on. I'm gonna move this one. Going up there.
I'm not gonna. This is too scary. I can't.
It's not scary. Just step across. You're fine. Probably wouldn't hurt if you tied your shoelace. That, you know. There's no says to do it. It's you gotta know. You gotta have the measurements. So I only put one nail in it and hold it over there. I'm gonna pull it back out. But I cut the bird's mouth on the end of it, set it on the edge.
That's what I mean. Do the plans tell you to cut a bird's mouth or no?
No, the plans don't tell you anything. They just tell you that you have 16 or 2x6 joists or 2x12 joists and 2x10 trusses. So I had two different ways that I could do it, and this is the way I went with. Come on back and check us out if you got a little time burning your... I don't speak English. Nah, English is hard, man. It's hard.